Marty here, nextlevelguitar.com. I'm going to show you a cool minor 7 chord and a voicing of it that I do quite a bit, and some cool things, that would be based off of it. Some cool little kind of groove ideas. So let's talk about a minor chord. I'm playing a C minor 7 chord, but the first thing, let's just take our, maybe the first kind of minor bar chord that we would learn would be something like this. And I still use that chord. And then to make that a C minor 7 as opposed to just a C minor chord, I could just take my pinky off. I have that. And that's a great chord. I use that all the time. I was just rapping with my confidant here, David, about some of his favorites as well, just picking his brain. And, we both agree that this one's great. But here's one that I do a lot, and what I do is I take, it's basically this chord, but without the A strings just getting muted. But what you do is you change your fingering, and then it opens up some stuff I like to do below the shape, but then I also have, like a pinky above the shape too that I can do some stuff with. And here it is. I put my middle finger on the root, which for us, since we're playing a C minor chord, is the 8th fret. So I put that right there. And that finger is going to be, if I just use the tip of my middle finger on that root note, it's going to be muting the A string. And then I take my ring finger and I just slap it across all the rest of the strings besides the A string like this.
It's a real jazz way.
It's a jazz. Yeah, it's a jazz. And one reason is because it goes really nice to its 9 chord right here. So like if I play a C minor 7 chord like this, it's just really nice to go to the F9. Like, but I could also do, and then the pinky exists for both of those chords too, so I could go. And then also it's cool for just I like it with the, just the super funk strumming, because I can just relax and mute it. It's just really comfortable for me at this point. It was awkward for me at first, but now I use it all the time. Like, Alright, so there it is. So the pinky a whole step up. That would be called a C minor 9. Another cool thing that I do from this shape is I scoop my ring finger over a string, which leaves the D string open, and I get my first finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Now that would be called a C minor 6 chord. And it's really nice in the funk kind of groove, like. And then another thing, in a more swingy kind of jazz thing, a bass player could just be playing a walking bass line in C minor. Actually, I'm going to loop that right now. from just being slid up, even though it's all still in C minor. And in the funk John Scofield kind of vibe that he did with Medeski Martin Wood, which I love. If you hadn't heard of that stuff, that's a big part of my playing. This kind of thing. That's a great little just vamp that you can just solo over for 28 minutes and 22 seconds. If you go over that extra second, though, you're done. That's the limit I found. Okay, so the last thing, which is really fun, is that we have a bit of the extended scale of the C minor pentatonic. So if I have my C minor pentatonic right here, the extendo would go a whole step below C to B flat, which is the 6th fret, 6 to 8, and then 6 to 8 on the next string, on the A string. So what I find, though, with this chord shape, which is really cool, and this works really well, I find, in like more of a power trio setting. You know, if you're playing with a bunch of musicians, it can tend to get muddy if you do this. But it works really well. I do it a lot when I'm doing my like solo guitar playing, or power trio is a real nice thing. So we can strum the whole chord as we add this kind of thing. It's a little weird. It's kind of I'm using my first finger and my middle finger a whole step apart, which really only Django Reinhardt really did a lot of that stuff, but that's a different story. So, but I'm strumming the whole chord. Let's check it out. Know what your bass player, what kind of line your bass player is playing. Sometimes you can match it up with him right there, and that's cool too. Okay, check this out. I'm going to go do the exact same thing on the 3rd fret, which would be the G minor, just 4 chord. That was another lesson I threw in there for fun. So that's the concept, and you'll find really cool ways to to incorporate that. But I find there's some really good reasons for, like, when you're playing through maybe some jazz standards, why you would want to play it that way. It opens up the hand for, like a 2-5-1 progression is one term. And I mean, it's not stuff we have to worry about in this particular moment in time. But yeah, that's the minor 7 chord that maybe you hadn't discovered yet. Or if you do know about it, maybe you've seen some new ideas to try out yourself. All right? So, I think that's it. We'll have another lesson coming up soon for all your guitar needs and necessities. Marty Schwartz is my name. Love you guys. Next level. Be our friend. We'll see you on the next lesson.